Hello everyone, welcome back to Diksha Vedantu Foundation channel, and you are watching 99% in 99 days, and today is day 50 and it is time for a physics chapter. So we are going to discuss magnetic effects of electric current part 1. We have divided this into two parts. So first part, let us understand what all there in this chapter. So let's look into the chapter 3. First is magnetic effects, magnetic field and field lines, current carrying conductor. In the current carrying conductor there are three parts: straight wire, circular loop, then we have solenoid, right, then we have right hand thumb rule, we have force on a current carrying conductor, and left hand thumb rule. These are left hand rule, not left hand thumb rule, left hand rule, Fleming's left hand rule. Okay, these are the main concepts of this chapter. Out of these chapters, those who are highlighted in blue we will discuss in our part 2 section. Okay, everything else we will discuss in our today's class. Okay, it will be an in-depth session, so don't go anywhere. Watch this video till the end if you want to learn something from this chapter, and if you are struggling from this chapter, worry not, I will help you. So let's start with magnetic effect. An electric current carrying wire behaves like a magnet. So when a current passes through an current carrying wire, it behaves like a magnet. There is an experiment that was done by Hans Christian Ørsted. What he did, he took a current carrying wire, he placed a magnetic needle close to that wire, and he observed that the magnetic needle gets deflected as soon as he is switching on the current. Okay, and it is a DC current. So if you place a magnetic needle near to a current carrying conductor, the magnetic needle shows a deflection, right, which is very interesting at that point of time, because current was very new at that point of time. A lot of things was not known about current. What is exact nature of current was still not known. Okay, current is a flow of electrons, flow of charges. That was vaguely known but not completely understood at that point of time, because electrons are not yet discovered, right. The electric current through a copper wire has produced a magnetic effect. Thus we can say that the electricity and magnetism are linked to each other. So when the current is flowing through this wire, it is deflecting a conductor, deflecting a magnet, right. So electricity and magnetism, they are not two separate things, right. You have to understand that electricity, you might think, oh, electricity is helping me to switching on the light, where magnet are helping me to stick something to it. Even though they appear to be two distinct properties, they have a link between them. In fact, without magnet there will be no electricity, without electricity there may not be a magnet. Okay, so they have some sort of relationship between them. Okay, let's look into the concept of magnet. The ends of the compass needle point approximately towards the north and south direction. So compass needle, if you have seen, I am not sure if you have seen a compass needle, the magnified version looks like this. One half is marked with red color. If I mark red, basically you will not be able to see it properly on a black screen, but still one half is marked with black color and the other half is marked with the white color. Okay, overall this is the shape of the magnetic needle. Okay, this is the shape of the magnetic needle. If I make a border with white color, I think that will be visible, right. So this is how a magnetic needle looks like, and the entire thing is housed inside a circular housing, and this is very small, like a button. Okay, slightly bigger than your button, yes, that same button. Okay, so that is called magnetic needle. Okay, it's like a compass but very delicate thing. Okay, compass only used to find the direction, whereas magnetic needle is to detect if there is any other magnetic field present or not. Okay, so when electricity is being passed and the magnetic needle deflects, then definitely it proves that there is a magnetic field present, and that magnetic field is definitely being produced by that electricity, right. Now the pointing towards the north is called north, seeking north pole, whereas this is the north pole. Okay, and the other end that points towards the south is called south seeking pole or south pole. So, south pole points towards the south, its original name is south seeking pole, okay, and this its original name is north seeking pole, okay, but in colloquial terms we say this is north pole, this is south pole, okay, because north pole points towards the north, approximately towards the geographical north. That is why this is north seeking pole, not exactly to the towards the geographical north. There is an angle between geographical north and magnetic north. So, that is why, and that is also changing slightly with year on year. So, that is why it is called the north seeking pole and this is called south seeking pole, right. Now, like poles repel while unlike poles of the magnets attract each other. This is similar to that of charges, right. If you remember, in case of charges, like charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other. Same with the magnets, like poles repel each other and unlike poles attract each other. Easy concept, okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now, let us look into the magnetic field and magnetic field lines. The magnet exerts its influence in the region surrounding it. So, if you keep a magnet in a region, it will try to influence its presence to others, right. For example, if you are sitting in a class and there is a friend of you who talks a lot in the class, and suppose the teacher says, okay, Arun, you move from this bench to this bench, or you move from this desk to this desk, so that his network is broken. Now, again, wherever he will go, he will start talking again. I had one student in long time back, it bring back some memories. I used to do that, okay. I thought, okay, he is talking a lot in the last bench, I will make him sit in the first bench, but whenever he is sitting in the first bench also, he is continue to talk. He has to ascertain his presence towards his surroundings, that is his main objective, okay. He is a good student, but he is a lot of talkative student. So, similar to that, magnets are like that. Magnets wants to make you feel their presence. So, how can they do that? They do that by using something called magnetic field. The region surrounding a magnet in which the force of magnet can be detected is said to have a magnetic field. So, region surrounding a magnet. So, as you can see here, we have taken a magnet and some iron dust, iron filings, we call it iron filings, okay, basically which is a iron dust only. If you take this magnet and sprinkle them this iron dust and tap it 2-3 times, you will observe this beautiful pattern. Okay, this pattern is basically represents the magnetic field lines. So, these are the magnetic field lines. Okay, if you join one of them, you will find something like that. Even though my freehand drawing is not super good, but it is quite understandable, right? I hope so. So, the lines along which the region filings align themselves represents the magnetic field lines. So, if you join them, so some lines are, as you can see, some lines are going in this direction, okay, some lines are going in this direction, some are going in this direction, but some are coming back like this, right. So, this is the magnetic field lines. This looks beautiful, okay. We will see another picture soon enough. This is the actual picture. If you draw it using proper instrument, you will get lines like this, okay. So, these are the electric field lines. Magnetic field lines. Magnetic field is a quantity that has both direction and magnitude. Very important, the direction of the magnetic field is taken to be the direction in which the north pole of the compass needle moves inside it. Therefore, it is taken by the convention that the field lines emerges from north pole and merge at the south pole. So, if you put a compass needle here, okay, as I said, if you take a compass needle here, so its north pole will definitely point in this direction. Why? This will be the north pole, as I mentioned, north pole is marked with red. So, this is the north pole and the other one will be south pole. The north pole will point in this direction. Why? Because this is north pole, this is north pole, they will repel each other, right. So, they will repel each other means the force of repulsion is such that they will point in the other direction. I hope now it is clear, right. So, because of this north pole will point in this direction. So, magnetic field lines will be from north pole to the south pole. It will start at North Pole and it will end at South Pole. Inside the magnet the line continues, but that is in a different class, a different level of thinking. Right now you should remember this. Okay. Therefore, it is taken by convention that the field lines emerge from North Pole and merge at the South Pole. Now, what next? The field lines of a now we are talking about magnetic field due to a straight conductor. So far we have discussed about magnets, their field lines, right. We also have discussed how Hans Christian Ørsted discovered the phenomena by placing a magnetic needle close to a conducting wire. Now that same conducting wire is coming back. Now we are trying to study if this wire shows any magnetic properties like that single magnet. We have seen that single magnet, it shows some beautiful rings using iron filings. Now if you take a straight current carrying copper wire, very long copper wire, and you in between you have put there is a cardboard like this structure. Okay. Now if you put the cardboard like structure and if you place a magnetic needle, then obviously we know that the magnetic needle will show some direction. Instead of that, if you put some iron filings on that cardboard and tap it few times, you will see these beautiful circles. Okay, the concentric circles, these are the all concentric circles, and basically so that means that the electric field lines due to this current carrying wires are concentric circles. To find the direction you have to put a compass needle at any of the points, okay, and then whatever direction the needle will point, that will give you the direction of electric field at that point. Okay, simple, clear. So the field lines of a magnetic field around a straight conductor wire are concentric circles. Okay, the magnetic field produced by a current carrying straight wire depends inversely on the distance from it. So as you are moving away from it, the magnetic field gets weaker. So magnetic field is very strong close to the current carrying conductor, and it becomes weaker as you move slowly away from the conductor. This is an important line, important concept. Okay, maybe an MCQ based on this line might come in your final exam. Okay, so you have to understand this, and these are basically concentric circles. Now how to find the direction? Magnetic field has a direction as well as magnitude. So magnitude part is covered, right? Magnitude part is covered. We understand that as you move away from the wire, the magnetic field slowly decreases. So it is inversely proportional to the distance. Okay. Now to find the direction, we have to know some rule. What rule we want to know? We want to know right hand thumb rule. What is that? Imagine that you are holding a current carrying straight conductor in your right hand such that the thumb points towards the direction of current. I will explain. Then your fingers will wrap around the conductor in the direction of the field lines of the magnetic field. Suppose we have a current carrying wire. Okay, this is the current carrying wire. I hope this is clear. And suppose this is carrying a current, suppose in this direction, in downward direction. Right. Now how to find the magnetic field in this plane? How to do that? First you have to take your right hand, okay, and wrap around it. Wrap around means this is called wrap around, such that your thumb points in the direction of the current flowing in the wire, and then your fingers, these fingers like you have wrapped it around, they will point the direction of magnetic field. This is the this is how you can find the direction of magnetic field. They have shown it here, even though this appears to be, the hand is quite complicatedly wrapped around, but this is how they have wrapped around. Okay, this is the direction of current, and this will point the direction of magnetic field at any point. So suppose this point, this is the direction. What about the point behind? So what you have to do, you have to wrap your hand around, so you will get the point direction, right? You can get the sense. So basically this is, the direction is in this direction, right? So this is how you can find the direction of magnetic field in case of a straight current carrying wire. Okay, this is only for straight current carrying wire. For circular wires slightly complicated, right? We will see that. Now let us move on to the next slide. Let us see one example. Which of the following correctly describes the magnetic field near a long straight wire? The field consists of straight lines perpendicular to the wire. The field consists of straight lines parallel to the wire. The field consists of radial lines originating from the wire. The field consists of concentric circles centered at the wire. So, this is obviously the correct answer. Line of electric field due to a straight current carrying wires are concentric circles with the centers concentrated at the wire, right. So, we have reached the end of this lecture, but this is not over. If you are currently studying in class 10th and your future is in jeopardy, if you are not confident enough that what should my end goal in future. So, here we have a very good opportunity for all of you who wants to know about their future, that is DSAT. What is DSAT? DSAT is basically Diksha Scholastic Aptitude Test. It has 3 main parts. First part is a lecture, okay, a 60-minute lectures along with your doubts. While the lecture is teacher is giving you the lecture, you have some doubts, you may have some doubts regarding the lecture. So, you have to clarify all the doubts. Once all of your doubts are clarified, you understood the concept, based on that there will be an aptitude test. Aptitude test mainly focused on the content of that lecture. Now, once the aptitude test is over, what you will get, you will know your result, okay, you have performed this. Now, in some questions you have done exceptionally well, in some questions you may not have done well enough. So, based on that result, there will be a one-on-one counselor available to you. He will guide you, he or she will guide you to choose a better future for you, okay. Some questions are application based, some questions are memory based, some questions are understanding based, right. So, when you are writing a test, all the questions are not same, right. This is same thing happens for your final board exam also. Now, which type of questions you are mastering, whether your memory is good, whether your understanding is good, whether your application is good, based on that counselor will suggest you that you can choose either JEE or NEET or KSET preparation in future. So, basically either you choose engineering or you want to choose doctor in future, that is completely up to you, but you will know that if I choose to become a doctor, maybe that is your dream, but you are not suitable to become a doctor, you are more suitable to become an engineer. So, you pursue your career, you pursue your future, but eventually you fail, you lost all hope, and you study a general science in some colleges, right, which is not at all your goal. So, that is a different thing. So, pursue your goal by knowing what is good for you. So, DSAT is a very good opportunity for all of you, and the form is given in the link below. Ask your parents, fill the form and attend DSAT, right. I will be back with part 2 of this chapter tomorrow. Till then, bye.